right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. It is Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Hope you're doing great. And as you can see, we've got the indexes up a bit higher today. The S&P 500 up, the Dow, the NASDAQ, all moving higher today. Crude oil is not down 341. And I think at some point here fairly soon, we're going to start to see opportunity in crude. So keep your eye on some oil companies that may start to become a good buy here. Not right now, but soon. Silver getting a smash down again today. We're going to talk a lot about the precious metals today. And down 54 cents, down less than 1%. Gold is down as well. Bitcoin is up slightly. Let's see, where is gold? Down 1.34% to $4,694 US an ounce. So I want to talk about what is happening in the precious metals markets. You saw last Friday a huge, huge decline, 30%, unheard of. Like, it is, these markets are so manipulated, and please, ladies and gentlemen, do not get concerned or worried. Here's what we know. Volatility is here to stay. But please don't sell your precious metals at this point. What is happening is pure market manipulation by the biggest bank in the world, JP Morgan. And they've been manipulating the price of the futures contracts. You have to remember, nothing has changed in the precious metal space. In fact, if anything, things have gotten even more dynamic. And like, take a look at this article here. Trump to launch a $12 billion critical mineral stockpile to blunt reliance on China. $12 billion, that's with the B. So essentially, they're going to be buying, here it is, President Donald Trump is set to launch a strategic critical minerals stockpile with $12 billion in seed money, a bid to insulate manufacturers from supply shocks as the U.S. works to slash its reliance on Chinese rare earths and other metals. The venture, dubbed Project Vault, is set to marry $1.67 billion in private capital with a $10 billion loan from the U.S. Export-Import Bank to procure and store the minerals for automakers, tech firms, and other manufacturers. What do you think they're talking about there? Silver, no question about it. Silver is what it takes to produce cars, any type of technology. So this is going to be details of the initiative, which would represent a first of its kind stockpile for the U.S. private sector, were described by senior administration officials who asked not to be identified, discussing a plan that has yet to be announced. But this is what we know. The effort is akin to the nation's existing emergency oil stockpile, but instead of crude, its focus will be minerals. Gallium, cobalt used in products such as iPhones, batteries, and jets. The stockpile is expected to include both rare earths and critical minerals. What have they recently declared a critical mineral? Silver. So, when you look at charts like this, silver hit last week, $116 before the decline on Friday, total smash down. Still selling off today. We've got gold down as well, 4%. Silver down another 7.5% here. Copper down as well. It just goes on and on. So, but for the month, silver is still up. Gold is still up. And the year's numbers still look spectacular. So I guess what I'm trying to convey here to you is try to ignore the noise and the distraction of these declines in prices, because this is just theater. It is not actually what is going on when you really start to price these precious metals. Nothing has changed. The fundamentals are still there. It's still a critical commodity. It's used in almost every single application in your life, from batteries, cars, computers, solar panels. The application list goes on and on. And none of that has changed. The shortfall is still there. The desire for metals is still there. And the fact that now they've announced that they're going to start stockpiling this, here is the issue. You've been hearing about this in the news, the arbitrage taking place, meaning these contracts are entered on the COMEX exchange, the CME group, same as COMEX, here in the US. And they're being sold to the other I guess you would say markets, Shanghai markets, Chinese markets, and they are offering a premium for that silver. So the difference between what it's being able to be bought in the US because it's being smashed down to what it's being sold in China, something like a $25 premium, because China is vacuuming all the silver from us and taking it, because that silver has to be delivered once it's sold, because the Chinese contracts only settle in physical, not in the fiat currency like it's done here in the US. So please understand that this is not at all, 78.15 as you're seeing on the screen is not at all representative of the true price of this metal. And we are going to see this play out. There's going to continue to be volatility. And I think this is an opportunity to add to your stack, whether you're stacking silver or gold, and or the mining stocks, because the mining stocks they've really taken a hit. Remember, earnings start to come out the second and third week in February for these mining companies, and they're going to be off the charts fantastic. So just know that buying into these mining stocks now, I think you're getting some really great purchases here. Okay, so let's talk about, here's another reason why this all happened on Friday, is the COMEX has what's called circuit breakers. They're dynamic and automated trading halts enforced by the CME group to manage extreme volatility in metal futures like gold, silver, and copper. These mechanisms trigger a 2 to 5 minute pause or halts in trading when prices breach specific thresholds. It's around a 10% move within an hour time period. Now, Friday, we saw that. We saw a bigger decline than 10% within an hour, and these were not triggered. So they're triggered on the upside when the precious metals kept climbing higher and higher. They halted trading. There was one day, I think trading in silver was halted for over an hour. And yet these same conditions are not applying to the downside. So there is I'm just fired up over this. Can you tell? There is clear manipulation with this. And I guess I'm so fired up. That's why I really want to stress, please hold on to your gold and silver. Use this as an opportunity to add to your stack. You'll be happily surprised. Just give it some time. All right, weekly earnings coming out. The most notable today will be Palantir after the close. And these are across the board. We've got Rambus coming out after the close as well. Tomorrow, got PayPal, you got some healthcare stocks here. A bunch on Tuesday. Supermicro, AMD, Tuesday after the close. Eli Lilly on Wednesday. Google, Alphabet in the afternoon on Wednesday. So really big companies coming out with earnings. Amazon after the close on Thursday. And then we've got, Shell, ConocoPhillips. We've really got some big And I don't necessarily know how these are going to play out for the oil and gas companies. Like oil has been suppressed as well, beaten down. But I think they might be decent. Reddit comes out on Thursday. They report their fourth quarter 2025 after the close. So we'll see how that goes. And then we've got Toyota, Under Armour. Big week. As you can see, the calendar's packed. So this is going to be interesting to see how these earnings go with these companies. And, we're just going to have to really continue to watch these earnings to see, how healthy. This is one of the biggest indicators on the health of an economy, not so much the numbers that are given. CME Group is Wednesday before the open. Is that Wednesday? Yep. Wednesday before the open. CME Group is the COMEX exchange where these precious metals trade. So we're going to be interesting times to watch that. Interesting that CME Group comes well ahead of all these precious metal stocks that are going to report earnings in the next few weeks here coming up, starting next week. And, you're going to start to see, especially I heard an interview with the CEO of First Majestic, and he said he's basing all of his numbers on a $51 silver price, 51 bucks. And he basically said, we're printing money over here because they're not only a refiner, but they also mint their own silver. You can buy the silver bars. I just bought a few silver bars from them and some rounds, some really cool dragon rounds. So you can buy directly from them. And if you're a shareholder, they will give you 50 cents off per ounce. So all you have to do is go to their website. It's firstmint.com. And see where it says shareholders. You can click through there and send an email because it says shareholders experience discounted rates of 50 cents per ounce on all our products. And they were great to work with. You do have to send email to them, proof of the shares that you have. But they got back to me within a week or so. Really great to work with. And we are, I think I can announce it. Can I announce it now? Maybe not. Maybe not. I have a special announcement coming up with them and Sterling Stock Picker next week. I think next week we'll have that deal inked, and I'm excited to share with you what that is going to be. But phenomenal company. I've really enjoyed doing business with them now for quite a while, and I don't think you can go wrong continuing to stack silver and gold at these prices. All right, you all, that's all I've got for you today. Have a fantastic week. I hope I've alleviated any concerns or fear that you might have. Owning precious metals, whether you're owning the miners or the precious metals themselves, it's really not for the faint of heart. I mean, they're volatile, super volatile to the upside. The annual returns, when you look at silver in the last year was up 149%, gold up 65%. That's huge volatility to the upside. So it seems to me that they are mirroring that volatility to the downside as well, which makes sense. That's generally how that works. So you just relax, especially, I think you can be more fluid with the mining stocks that you have, when it starts to run up to like 100% profit or something to that effect. Yeah, take some money off the table. But I'm not certain about selling any of your actual coins unless you are converting it, like doing a conversion of silver to gold coins. I think would be a really good move. When the GSR, gold to silver ratio, hits, I think it's 57 right now. But when it gets to the 20, 15, 10 range, that might be a great time to execute that trade where you're trading in physical silver coins for gold coins. I think would be a really good move. But we're not quite there yet. When we do get there, I'll certainly let